Hey there, sixth grade. This is Mr. Briggs. So let's talk about what today is going to look like. First, before we do anything, if you have a phone, make sure you've checked your phone in. Okay? Make sure that you've taken your phone, you put it in one of the pockets, you've taken one of the slips. Remember, there are to be no phones in the classroom, even if they're off and away, they need to be checked in. Substitute teacher, if there's an issue with that, feel free to write their name down so that I can text home because all the students know the rule and they might need an extra reminder. Okay, let's talk about what we're going to do today. So today, we are going to be working on building our paper towers. All right? And the things to keep in mind of is that we're talking about criteria and constraint. Criteria is how we measure our success, and constraint is the limits on a project, what we can't do. So, for our project, we want to build a tower out of newspaper that is as tall as possible. Our criteria is that we want it to be at least as tall as a person in our group, and hopefully, if we can make a really great tower, it's going to be within 6 inches of the ceiling. Okay? We will have today and part of tomorrow to do this. We want to use our time wisely. We do not want to spend time wasting it socializing or wasting it goofing off. So, our constraint is it must be freestanding. We talked about freestanding last time. It can't be leaning against something. It can't be taped down to the floor. It can't be hanging from anything. You have to be able to pick it up and move it around. Then, let's talk about how this is going to work. So, each group received 8 Briggs Bucks. Now, if you need to make more Briggs Bucks, you have to have only 8. If you lost yours from yesterday, make yourself another sheet. But you are limited to 8 Briggs Bucks. Okay? What does 1 Briggs Buck buy you? Well, with 1 Briggs Buck, you can buy a pack of paper. You can buy about 3 feet or so of masking tape. You can buy about 1 foot of duct tape. All right? Talk with your group before you buy anything. One good rule of thumb is let's say you've got 4 people in your group. If 3 out of the 4 people think it's a good idea, you go ahead and do it. And that 4th person, you should really just say, you know what, I can't win them all, and do what you can to support the group. Even if you think it's a bad idea, you do your best to help them. So, how to make the paper strong? Well, we talked about this before, that if we've got a sheet of newspaper, it is not very strong when it is just hanging there like that. To make it stronger, you want to fold it and roll it up into tubes. Now, this is not a very good tube, but the tighter, the better. And it's a very good idea to use only small pieces of tape or to use some glue stick or some liquid glue. Remember, you can use as much of this as we want as long as we're not wasting it. And a small amount of glue is best. If you overdo it, you will get sloppy pieces of your tower. Now I've got a really nice strong stick there, and if I get a bunch of them, I can start making a tripod, I can start building a really great tower. So, let's talk about what that's going to look like. So, we are going to be working on this. Here is the slide we will have up while you guys are building. Just a reminder of what needs to happen. And we're going to set a timer here. We could just click it and adjust it. We want to set a timer for about 10 minutes at the end of class. Okay, 10 minutes before the end of class. How do I want the room cleaned up? Well, I'm glad you asked. I want the room cleaned up to be about as good or better than how it's been left. Okay, you'll notice there's very little on the floor, there's nothing on the tables, there are no tools sitting out. That's the room I want to come back to, guys. All right, and we can all chip out. And to help chip out, we have right here on all the tables the jobs for everyone to do. And today is Tuesday. Check your thing right away, see what your job might be. When you are done with class, take your tower, and I want the towers to have their name on them, and I want them to be put in the back area of the room. Okay, let's put the sixth hour can put their stuff in this corner close to the windows. Seventh hour can put their stuff in the corner close to my vacuum. Once that's done, we will see you guys on Wednesday, and we will continue working. I hope to hear some really good news about everybody working and helping each other out, and maybe having discussions and handling them in a positive way and working together to make a really great tower. Okay? So, make sure you clean the room up. Make sure you do me proud. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have fun.